Hello everyone, I'm Jessica Dong. Today with me is Richard Skeba here as well, our principal from SIRE Management Rights. As you know, when Richard's here, there are three words we need to say. You are right, that makes sense, and good idea. Okay, so today I have got two checklists on my desk. The individual tax checklist, and the next one is business tax preparation checklist. So Richard, it's that time of the year already.
Yes, it is tax time, and as they say, it's not how much you make, it's how much you can keep. And more importantly, you need to start planning your tax ASAP if you haven't already.
But it's so confusing. A lot of team members and our clients as well, we all receive different government payments already. So how do we relate those income into our tax returns?
Yes, with the Australian coronavirus stimulus packages, payments from the Scott Morrison government, there are some questions a lot of SIRE team members and SIRE clients are asking. And we always remind everyone to start your tax return in the beginning of the last quarter. With the COVID-19, we're already about 1 month later than what we normally would be. But anyway, so what are the top 5 SIRE questions our clients are asking?
Okay, I have 5. I have made notes. So the first one is, lots of us work from home. So work from home deductions, how do we calculate the deductions? The second one is, can self-employed or sole traders receive the Jobkeeper payments? As you know, some of our clients, they are self-operated, mom and dad operators, so some of them also know that if they can receive Jobkeeper too. The third one is cash flow boost. How do we get it and how does it work? As our company actually received this credit, I believe. So other people wanting to know how did we do it. And the fourth one is, what do you do with super during COVID-19? Should we withdraw it, not contribute, or making personal contribution? As last couple of years, we all been encouraged, particularly the top performers in our team, whose income would be on very high tax brackets. So we have been utilizing this strategy to invest and get better tax planning. So this year, what should we do? And the fifth one is Jobkeeper payments. How does that work with tax? If this is your first time here, make sure to subscribe. We have lots of useful videos on business and management rights life in Australia. Make sure you support our channel by giving us a thumbs up and also turn on the notification bell.
Just a quick disclaimer, this isn't tax advice. You should consult with your tax accountant to finalise your tax return.
If you need the 2 checklists to get your tax organized, you can download at the... Okay, Richard, the first question is, how do I claim for home office expenses? Because we all have been working from home for a while.
Yes, from the 1st of March until 30th of June 2020, you can claim a rate of 80 cents per work hour for all additional running expenses if you're working from home. This includes heating and cooling, electricity, mobile phones, depreciation of office equipment, and also a bit of cleaning as well. Check out the link on the government's ATO website for full details. They'll show you some more bits and pieces that you can actually claim as well.
Yeah, we can have the link down below as well. Yeah, Richard, the second question is from mom and dad operators. They make up 50% of our clients as well. Because they don't employ any staff, they're wondering, can self-employed or sole traders receive the Jobkeeper payments too?
Well, yes, they can. If you go to the ATO Enroll for Jobkeeper payment link, see below, you'll see that there are some eligibility criteria that needs to be met. Basically, the main one is a 30% decreased turnover, and also when you're completing the form, you need to set the number of employees to 0 if you're a sole trader.
Right, so basically for our clients who are in the permanent sector, most of them, I guess nearly 100% of them won't qualify because their business income has been very stable. I guess it's more applying to clients who are in the holiday short-term sector, isn't it?
Yes, correct. I haven't seen any, virtually any impact that I've seen on the books for permanent letting. Short-term holiday hotels, motels, they have had a bit of an impact there, so yeah.
A third question, I guess, is related to the recent cash flow boost package we received. Some of the clients, I mentioned to them, they didn't know what it is. So can you tell us more about this?
Sure. The eligible businesses and non-for-profit organisations will receive between $10,000 to $100,000 in cash flow boost amounts by lodging their activity statements up to the month or quarter of September 2020. This cash flow boost is actually automatically delivered to businesses as credits to their activity statement system, so you won't see it as cash in your bank account. It'll be a credit to your business activity statement for the amount of GST that if you made a profit and you need to pay GST, you'll have that as a credit, so you don't actually need to pay the GST up to a certain amount of money depending on what the government will automatically allocate you, but the minimum is $10,000. So you don't need to do anything about the cash flow boost package in your tax return. That's the main thing. It's an automatic thing done by the ATO. So if you want more information and details about it, check out the cash flow boost package link below.
Yeah, Richard, and the fourth question I got to ask you is one of my clients were asking a question about super. So she wants to have early access to a super, but when she logs into MyGov website, there's money missing. Basically, the full amount of a super isn't showing up. You know what's going on there?
Some money was missing, I presume.
I'm not sure. I hope not.
Well, if that's the case and all of the money's missing, well then you should report that to the police.
Okay, I'm sure that's the case.
I think it was more along the lines of, usually what happens is that the MyGov is linked with the ATO, and the ATO gets their superannuation fund balance updated usually every 30th of June. So let's say if she checked the balance last week, she would have probably been seeing the balance that was provided to the ATO back on the 30th of June 2019 instead of seeing the actual balance of, let's say, the beginning of May 2020. So whatever contribution she's made since 30th of June till May 2020, you wouldn't see it in MyGov. So what you need to do is to actually get your current balances to either contact your superannuation fund provider. They're probably getting swamped with a few phone calls at the moment, so it would be advantageous to use your login account to log in, and you can actually see your live balance there, or they usually send you a statement every so often. You could use that too, but it's more preferable if you've got a login account.
Okay. Cool. And also, in with the high performers of SIRE management team, we often being encouraged by our company accountant to contribute more into our super before the tax time comes, so we can reduce our tax threshold. We see that as a strategy to help us achieve financial freedom or financial independence earlier.
So basically
what do you think we should do this year?
Yeah, well, it depends on your situation, really. If, let's say, for example, you've done very well with sales as an agent with SIRE throughout the year, and you've made $500,000 profit, well, of course you're going to be looking at doing things to offset the amount of tax that you need to pay. So you're going to need to come up with some deductions. First and foremost, you could buy a new car and all that sort of stuff, write the whole amount off as an option, but The good one to do as well is the personal superannuation contributions. Currently in 2020, I think it's going to be 25 grand you can make personally contribute to your own superannuation fund, and use that $25,000 as a tax deduction. So let's say if another person's on, let's say, a more modest scale of, say, maybe 150,000 a year, they make 25 grand contributions, so that brings them down to 125 grand. It may actually bring them into a lower tax percentage bracket, so the overall tax that you'll end up paying is a lot less, so that way you've actually kept more of your money in your superannuation fund, and also the more money you're contributing to your superannuation fund, the more interest you'll make through the earnings of it as well, so definitely a good option to consider.
Yeah, so basically you are saying it's a good idea to forecast your cash flow even on a personal level to make sure that you see what you should do with your super contribution this year.
Correct, yes. Always be forecasting, always keep tab of your sales and your commissions, what's projected to settle. You can have a bit of a guesstimate on where you're heading and where you're going to be at the end of the financial year.
Awesome, thank you.
Oh, but the key thing is you need to actually make that contribution to your superannuation fund before the end of the financial year.
Yeah,
if it's done after, you're going to miss out.
Yeah, so
you're going to get taxed.
That's why we encourage everybody to do it as soon as possible. So So here we come, the last question. How does Jobkeeper work with tax, superannuation and leave?
Well, the $1,500 per fortnight is a before tax amount, so you'll need to withhold a tax amount along with any other payments to the employee each fortnight. You also need to continue to keep paying super for any hours that your employee works. The government's also looking at introducing new super rules so that employers only need to pay an employee's superannuation for their actual employment. This means that if an employee only does work that entitles them to, say, $1,000 pay per fortnight, then the employer needs to only top up the payment to be $1,500 for the fortnight. But that employer only needs to pay superannuation contributions based on the $1,000 earned. Annual leave should continue to accrue, business as usual, during the Jobkeeper, which is in line with their employment contracts and conditions. You should check out the Fair Works Australian Government's website for more information. We hope you found some useful tips for your tax preparation. Please subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and also share it if you think this would be helpful to someone you know.
We know this is a challenge time with unemployment and travel restrictions due to the coronavirus breakout. If you are interested in business with stable cash flow or wanting a new career, join the SIRE team. Make sure to check out the Management Formula book. This one, I have a link below, and also what it's like to be part of the SIRE team video. Together we are stronger. Love you. Bye.